Uliov had just presented to Kalinka his bold move regarding the refinery and oil imports. He nervously stacked his papers, put them back in their folder, and looked up. Kalinka met Uliov's gaze. She had an ear-to-ear smile on her face. Uliov looked puzzled. "Is that a smile I see, Kalinka?" he asked. Kalinka responded, "Yes, it is, Uliov. I am so proud of you." She smiled. Uliov replied, "Thank you, Kalinka. I appreciate it. You've told us to take charge, to innovate, and take the initiative. This felt like the right moment, and I was sure I would have your support." Kalinka nodded. "You worked the numbers, looked at the risk from both angles, getting the project done versus not doing anything. Your conclusion was spot on, and I must say, it was refreshing to not have to be involved in making that decision." "All right," Kalinka continued. "Let's see if we can start exporting fuel and bitumen, or if we'll need Peter to work some loan magic for us." Uliov replied with a bounce in his voice, "I'll get right on that. Thank you again for trusting me." Kalinka smiled and said, "You're welcome. I'm going to stop in to give Peter a heads up about the potential need for rubles." Kalinka got up from her desk and grabbed a file folder. She wanted it to at least look like she was in Peter's office on business. In truth, she would be, but a phone call would have been enough. As she walked to Peter's office, her mind drifted to their date. It was such a nice, wholesome evening. She was still amazed they'd spent 3 hours dining and in conversation. Kalinka arrived at Peter's door. It was closed. She considered knocking, but then thought better of it. Closed doors usually indicated a need for privacy. She turned and started to head back to her office. Peter could see Kalinka's outline through the frosted glass of his door. He saw her turn and start to walk away. He'd expected her to knock. She was the GM, after all. He jumped up from his desk, moved quickly to his door, and opened it. He said, "Kalinka, what can I do for you?" Kalinka stopped and turned. She replied, "I just wanted to go over the new project details and give you a heads up. It wasn't urgent, so I thought I would come back later." Peter smiled and said, "Now is good. I'd closed the door because I wanted some focus time. I got so comfortable with the silence I didn't open it. Please, come in." Kalinka replied, "Thank you, Peter." Hi, Jeep here. Welcome to episode 46-3 of my Let's Play with Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Rote Bucht 1.0 reboot. Thanks for taking time out of your day to come and check me out. Check this out. Watch it. I appreciate it. Thanks very much. So I had actually recorded episodes 46, 47, and 48, and in episode 48, it became pretty apparent that I was going to be unable to continue the playthrough, just running out of money. I kept building different parts of the Republic and spending that money, thinking that, well, this next thing's going to start making me money, and the next thing, and the next thing, and I'm saving cash by, now I'm producing my own bricks, now I'm, got my own steel, or exporting, I've got the oil and the bitumen, and, well, the bottom line is when I was building, I was spending way, way more than I was taking in revenue, and reminds me of a story. Actually, Kaya reminded me of it as well. Back in the day, Ulia was having some fun with his economy, and I was giving him a hard time. Not so much a hard time. I was just trying to help him out, but it was kind of a hard time about what he should be doing to save his republic and keep the republic going instead of running it into debt and just spending. At any rate, I got myself caught in the same trap. So Uliki, that's it's a simple thing to do. You keep thinking, oh well, I'm exporting, I'm making money, but the thing is we need to watch this up here to see where it's at. And as you can see now, what I've got 400,000. I just wanted to get this up to about 550-ish thousand, and I want this last building refit done, and then I'll pay this off, and we should be able to start some constructions and work our way slowly into a much more profitable republic. There we go. So, you probably also noticed that we're now in 1976. Yeah, there's been a couple of years go by, and this is basically been without any construction happening at all. The things that I had to do to get the republic profitable was insane. I mean, there was at one point I owed 2 million. That's when I cut it off and just started slowly paying it down. I ended up having to optimize a bunch of things. I'll run you through those right after we get to, well, actually I can probably do that right now. It shouldn't be that big a deal to have that. But so what I ended up doing was I had to get more vehicles on this line to bring the iron ore over, and we still need probably at least a couple more on there, but I need to get this more fully staffed so that we have at least a little bit of iron ore in that storage, so they can just drive up, fill up, and go away. The reason that we have coal here right now was because we went through a major retrofit of materials and everything else in on the steel mill. So for a while there, it was at low productivity and actually no productivity at one point. So that was a thing, big thing, and you'll also be able to see how many trucks are on this line. This, when we've got full on iron ore or iron being delivered, is barely enough to keep up, just barely. There'll be the odd little factory shutdown, but it's barely enough to keep up with the supply when we've got all the workers in here. And don't discount. I went through each one of these intersections and put this priority road sign on all of those intersections. And prior to doing that, this was in no way keeping up. It wasn't even close, because it was a free for all. Trucks would get slowed down, and really it was just it was just enough so that we didn't get the same constant flow of coal there. So at any rate, I also put in Kaya's road shortcuts. You can see them there. I haven't gravelized them yet, but I think I will be doing that shortly. I just, like I said, I didn't do any of the any construction work at all. So something. Let's see where we're at with this 35 work days. We're almost there. And honestly, when this is done and gets back up to full capacity, it's probably time to pay off that last loan and get it done. This is basically the third day now, I think, that I've been running this, and it hasn't been like the full day, not by any stretch of the imagination. Excuse me. It's been three, anywhere from 2 to 3 hour sessions of running the simulation so that I can get this paid for, because it's okay. And we're back in business here now, so awesome. We should be able to get a little bit of headway in the iron department. Okay, so Yes. We can watch this a little bit. You'll see he'll be able to drive up and just load up and go. You can see the amount of turnaround time that's there because he takes, I think it's 10 tons. And I think when we're at 100% efficiency, it can keep up. But I wouldn't mind having more vehicles on this. See, we didn't have the same amount on this one. Takes 12, so yeah. Whoops. It just isn't quite, and there aren't quite enough people working in both of these places to actually it's probably more so in here, and it looks like we're 36, 33, yeah, and this wants 225, but that's when it's at 15, so we're at two-thirds of that. So what is that, a little bit less than 80, which I think, yeah, we're not even close. So we're gonna want to bump that up, but we need buses to do that. So I'm kind of rambling on here a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do is a quick pause. We'll pay off our loan. I'll pay off my loan. This is returning the money, 351. So I'll go 352. Return the money, and we're out. Yes, thank goodness. That was just so long, and what we should see now is a little better. I mean, we still have, there's some other things that I wanted to tell you that I ended up doing as well. I changed up some of the imports using the US dollars. Some of the eagle-eyed people that were here were probably noticed what was happening there. So I tried doing chemicals. That didn't work out quite as good because of how far they have to travel to get there and back. So from a timeliness perspective, it didn't work. I was able to cut down the cost for sure, but there was also things like electronics and mechanical components that I imported from the NATO border, and that seemed to work pretty well. The other thing that I did, I'm just going to leave this paused for now. We built this whole thing. I tried seeing if I could export directly through this. This building wouldn't allow me to, so I think at some point what I'll try to do, excuse me, is this will be going away, and then I might just do a little experiment and see if I can do the export with this. When I go to the where am I going here? Sorry. When I go to the export DO, and if I select the fuel storage to unload, it leaves me, I can never go below. So it would never ever go drop off either bitumen or fuel there to do the export thing. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I thought at some point I'll change this up so that we have at least an attempt to see what happens there with the export. The other thing that I did as well was, from an export perspective, I turned this down to 10%, just because I wanted as much steel going to the border as I could, and that was really one of the reasons that I was able to do it. And then basically with the bitumen, I just said, whatever we're making, export it, send somebody to come and pick pick up bitumen and export it. I didn't set a limit on it because wasn't building anything, so it really didn't make a whole bunch of difference for that. So as long as there was a truck full of bitumen there, a truck went over to do the export. So I don't know if you're interested in this. We can look at the all from the export. You can see how much over those last three-ish years we exported, and what specifically was the big the big money makers: steel clothes, alcohol, and bitumen. Food definitely is one, and we got a little bit of fabric out there as well. And this is full on. This is 1960 to today. But that that said, that's still a thing. And where you can see where we stopped doing some of our import of fuel was was that 68, I guess, or 69 possibly. At any rate, we haven't been importing much. Our steel. Well, this is the resources as a whole. I think if I click on the fuel, yeah, sorry, that's so end of 1973 or the start of 74 maybe. Electronics. I don't know why we had a big drop in 1974, but we did. Steel. Basically stopped importing. There was a couple of little things that came up that I was unaware of. We ended up having to import because we didn't have enough steel to do repairs of the steel mill itself. And if you're doing the machinery, it won't produce steel. If you're doing the building itself, it will. It's just at a much lower rate. But if the machinery is being worked on, you don't actually. It didn't appear to me that it was actually being created. So. Our import of chemicals, we dropped back down somewhere in this range, but then I had to bring it back up because it was I ran out of water in the starter city. So this is where we started importing all our oil and mechanical components. You can see it's dropped off the face. Just because we're getting it from the NATO border. Bitumen, same idea. We're producing our own here. And I don't know if it was... No, it wasn't mechanical components. What was the... chemicals? Oh, and electronics. And I still had to switch back over because happiness was taking a hit. And I didn't like seeing the productivity of our like it didn't tank completely, but it was definitely taking a hit, and I didn't want the individual. I can't come up with the word. The productivity of each person, I guess, is what is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it was a big deal for sure. We'll go back and we can have a look at Western countries. Yeah, chemicals, so these are the things that we started up. To use some of the US bucks, or the NATO bucks, whatever you want to call them, just to try to get that, get more rubles so we could pay the loan off. So the loan's paid off now. I'm going to continue to do this. I don't know about electronics, just because it's, we're getting it from the Soviet border, and we need to have it from a keeping everyone happy perspective. Mechanical components, not a big deal to get from the Western border, and it probably makes sense to continue or to add to that with electrical components as well. Just the same scenario. It's not a time sensitive situation, and if we can get the part of that road dealt with, then we'll at least be able to keep some in here. I'm going to slowly work back into our construction path, but I'm going to start off pretty slowly because I want to keep exporting steel just so we can continue to make money, because a few things, you know, the last thing that we need to make right now would be the sorry, the last thing we need to make. It's not the last thing we need to make. What it is the construction that I stopped here was all there's steel that's needed there, more steel, probably more steel, and then there's still 85 tons of bricks that we're going to have to pay for. There's some concrete we're going to have to pay for, the cement, the steel we can get, the boards we have to pay for. Not super expensive, but I stopped all of that stuff because we just couldn't afford to pay for any of that. So at any rate, that'll be done. This building would be the next one. You can see there's 500 tons of bricks, so we definitely want to have our brick factory in place before we start going on the next phase. And then, you know, sadly, that takes 120 tons of concrete, but this is the cement plant, so it'll be it will be what it will be. We'll be paying for the concrete, for the cement, for the concrete in this phase. But again, just wanting to move that pretty gingerly, if you will. So once we get these things finished, I'll be buying a couple of dumpers to start sending coal up here, because we have the obviously the gravel on this side, but we're going to need to get the coal in here so that we can create the bricks as well as the cement. So yeah, and then the next question would be, are we going to make this? Because again, we're look at the concrete. If I can use a truck to actually supply the cement to this building, then that would be cool. Just from the simple fact that then we're making our own, and then we can build this around to supply directly into our prefab panels. And then once we got the prefab panels done, I'm happy. Yeah, we're you know, we would be in a pretty good place. So let me see if we're, yeah, this is all connected up here. Okay, cool. All right. So that will be one. The other thing that I wanted to try to get done was finish this off so that we can have a little easier access in here rather than having to come, well, through the dirt road. So yeah, and I don't think I need these anymore. And the steel mill, I'd still like to keep up available. The food, you know, we're back up. We had a little bit of an emergency. I don't know exactly what happened, why we had an issue with it, but we did. You can see that I've got, this is, oh, where... What? Sorry, I need to see where this is. Oh, that's right. So when I went to the border, I was correct. I get it now. And the CODO. So this is the one where that goes to the west, or the this is the western border here, and I turned off getting chemicals just because it became it just wasn't feasible to do that. So yeah, that's it is that is what it is. So we made it through. That's the thing that I was that I'm happy about now. I don't need to worry about the food. We can think we need to get back working on our moving our republic forward and supplying the next level of of what our next level of service, which is the bricks, cement, prefab panels, and then I also would like to plan out that whole wood area, well, wood and chemical area, because chemicals really are a big deal. And I think if I can build it up this way, I think that would work pretty well, or could work pretty well. Yeah. I also need to figure out how to run the rail in here too. It's been a while since I've actually checked into this, so gonna ease into. We're gonna start working on the brick situation, and then work our way through, and just keep an eye on cash, because we want to keep seeing this going up and up and up and up. Hopefully, it continues to do that. So let's get yeah, let's start this off, and let's get done. Get you going there, there, and there. And what do we need? We needed steel here, so we're going to need people on this one, and we'll need people on this one as well. This one, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we could use people on that one, and gravel, concrete, asphalt. Yeah, we could use people on this one as well. So I'm going to get our original CO working on that, just to get it to a place where we can get rid of these temporary roads and just basically rely on the asphalt. I'm gonna check and see how long we've been recording. 26 minutes, so not too bad from a time perspective. And we're gonna want to keep an eye on this. We need to see that that number continue to go up. All right, and I think we can go faster speed here. Yeah, it's really I've left this so late, the the focus, if you will, on getting getting profitable. And I get where Uliki was coming from when he was doing it, because you're thinking, build, let's keep it interesting, get things going, make this happen. But you also part of the situation is you need to you need money to be able to fund the projects, and you can borrow and borrow and borrow, but at some point it gets to a point where you just can't make enough money if you're not in a situation where you're exporting profitable things. Yeah, and then that might sound a little odd. That's basically a definition of profit, is exporting profitable things, right? So or selling profitable things. nobody's on their way. Oh, that was the other thing that I wanted to do as well. Yeah, so there's a whole ton of these little buses that I stole because I didn't want to spend any money on this. So I think what I need to do, I just want to pause this because it's going to be a little awkward to deal with. The first thing that I want to do is I've got this, so that means is that 7 per? Yeah, 7 per bus, and there's 6, so 42. It's delivering a total of 42, and there's 2 buses, and I may end up doing 3. There, I'll show you what I mean. There's these 2 buses here that I would very much like to have on that line, and then I can also put a 3rd one on it, and then I think we'll be in a pretty reasonable place, a much better place in terms of how much iron we'll be creating. So I need to see, he's going, yeah, he's on his way to, yeah. This is this line. Okay, let's go find you. Okay, I'm gonna put you on this line. Oh, yes. Shoot. Buses and cranes. Let's go back there. I need to send you over here. It's not exactly what I wanted to do. I think that's the one. No, that's not the one I was looking at. It's this one. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm really messing up here, aren't I? Oh, he's not in this. Okay. This one I also need to have you go here. And these are the related vehicles. Okay, cool. So let's go find you. You're right there. Sorry, I'm making this a lot harder than it needs to be, aren't I? Okay, and don't bother going to the depot. Just find a node to turn around on, and let's see where you're at. Right over here. We'll assign you as well. And don't bother going to the depot, just go get over there. Now this is the PZ652. Okay. Need to buy a PZ652. Something else that I wanted to look at too was, is there any buses in here that are worth picking up? Let's go with a capacity 129. 65. Looking at the speed that they're traveling at, this yeah, this could be kind of interesting to try this out. At least I'm spending some more of the US dollars. I don't know that I need something that large. 25 passengers, 4 of those might be good. But I'm gonna stick with the PZ now that after looking at it. PZ 652, right? Okay, we'll buy 1 more of those, and we'll watch you come out of the customs house, and we'll set you on that line there. And don't go to the depot. Okay, So we've got the 3 buses that we're looking for. And you're going to that stop. Cool. So let's where are we here? Right here. Let's get our buses and reassign them. Let's make sure that this is, yeah, it's the, okay. Because we need we need buses to get people to workplaces, or not so much get them to workplaces. Work sites. Okay, I think they're all on their way now. So a little bit of a switch over there. We've got couple of smaller buses working now. Cool. This guy should be picking someone up here shortly, I'm thinking. Or is he going for fuel? Nope. Oh, because that's not the stop. It's the stop in the new city. That's the one. Yeah, we're good there. These guys are all en route. Make sure that that is the case. Yep. It's definitely going, and you're following up as well. Cool. Okay. Yeah, and we're getting fewer and fewer there. Okay. Cool. And it looks like we're still making money, so awesome. Okay. Now, what else did we need? I wanted to add, well, I did want to add another truck here, but let's see how we end up working this out for number of workers. We obviously need a few more in excuse me. Excuse me again. Than 5 working that way, but there's just a little bit of a transition that's happening as the buses leave and the new buses make their way out here. So, excuse me. I'm tickled in the throat now. Looks like we're doing well here. I'm gonna sneeze now. Okay, that's 20 and 10. Excuse me. 250 and 15. So it looks like well, yeah. Yeah, we're not in a max production. We're at two-thirds. I tried to do this math before. It was 80-ish if I'm not, a little bit around 80. So that's what we kind of want to be able to get to here. So I think we'll see where this gets us just by changing that, and we may end up having to get one more bus. But I don't want to get too. As long as we're making enough money to continue on with construction work, then yeah, that's a thing. So an important thing. Yeah, I think numbers of workers. Yeah, that 10 should be fine. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. I don't know that we'll ever get more than 30 at a time there with this number, but we'll see how that does for our oh, he's going for fuel. Well, that's... Where are you going for fuel? Oh, right here. Yeah. That's not that far. Okay. Onward and upward, right? Okay, and tons of messages, loyalty, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to clear the 27 pages of messages that go back to where this whole issue started. So yeah, you can see that that's from some time ago. Okay. Oh shoot. Did this before. So we got to discard that because I actually need coal to be stored here. Okay, cool. Glad we popped over here to see that. This is oh, we didn't I didn't assign them. Okay, now we're good. I'm going to put this over here just for quick reference so I can see it where I need to see it. -4. Who is that? Okay. Okay. What do we have? Just curious now that I'm actually thinking about it. For dumpers. Oh, 90 kilometers an hour? Ooh. Yeah. It's going to take them a while to get here, for sure. I'm going to buy 2 of those for that. Actually, I'm going to buy 3 because I'm going to put 1 on that other line. Cool. And hello, Winter, my old friend. Loyalty, yeah. That's a thing that I need to get planned out. I'll be doing that planning for that on the next in the next episode in the city. I really want to get our bricks built. I don't know if it's actually going to end up happening this episode, just because I did. Yeah, we've got all the mixers on their way now. Cool. Yeah, this is fine. I don't need to monitor this. Steel mill. I think we're it's rocking and rolling. We've got 32 tons of steel there. It's more than enough to give us the export of what we need. And you can see that we're doing pretty well on a month over month with our 62,000, just approaching 63,000. So Yeah, I think we're well on our way there. And that'll be the fire station. Yep. Okay. And it's gonna, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a few more days before we get all the way through that anyway. So, um, what I want to do is there's a couple of vehicles on their way here, these dumpers. Yeah, these guys. What I want to do is is what? What have we got here? Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. So I think we're, that's good. So what I'd like to have is this open so that I can go to the first guy and say, I want you on this line now. And you don't need to go to the the what? Okay, yeah, he's on there. It's going to take him a while to get there for sure, but then yeah, we're good. And these other two dumpers, what I want to have happen, I'm going to need to go this direction. Didn't need to go quite that far, but that's all good. Sorry for jumping around like this. We need it to bring coal. We got all the coal. It just doesn't. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Okay, so you're going from here to here. And what I want you to do here is load coal. And here I want you to unload coal. Yeah, and I did that on the line. So he's all set up. We don't need you to go to the depot anymore. And let's go back to you. And we'll get you on that same line. And you won't be going to the depot. Awesome. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wait till loaded and wait until unloaded. Okay. Good stuff. The loyalty messages. The brick factory, how we doing? Yeah, got almost all the concrete delivered. A little bit more. One more. Yeah, one more load right there. Yep. And then we should be done the first phase, and then we can start on bringing bricks, boards, and steel in. And yeah, we're not having too much trouble making money now, so that's good. Yeah, we're still spending, but just not with a wild abandon, if you will. Oh, and we got our road finished here as well. Awesome. So we can take care of that. Our temporary road. That can go, and this can go. Cool. And we will at one point want to put this road in because it's a much quicker way for I think it's a quicker way for the buses to get over here. Plus, when we start building these, that's going to have to happen as well. So I think it's probably I'll start it, and we'll see. We'll keep an eye out for what how it happens. I know we're making asphalt and we're making our own gravel, obviously. The problem is that when we're making our asphalt, we'll probably our exports of bitumen are going to go way down. So it's not as critical now because we don't have the big loan payment that we used to have. So it makes a difference. But yeah, that's that's definitely a thing. So into December now. And I know that's a long ways for them to go to do that, but we just don't have this this built here yet. And that's probably something that we should finish off is our water substation. So this is this one, and people, I think, is all we need for that one. Whoops. And for our sewage tank, again, same scenario. We need there, and we need people. Nothing else special there in terms of we don't need the road depot of having asphalt or any other concrete, that kind of thing. Well, we're getting all the gravel here now. Awesome, good stuff. And yeah, we're still doing okay. We're not delivering asphalt yet, but again, that's that will start to happen shortly here. This is just a problem, isn't it? And I'm thinking maybe it's we don't have focusing so much on getting people working in the refinery, which still needs to happen. Maybe we've kind of shorted ourselves. Well, if it continues on, we'll see where it goes. The recovery in the summer season is pretty good. Yeah, happiness is a little bit lower. Bricks and boards. Just get some boards there, and then some of these people will actually start to benefit us. Oh, that's a lot of bricks. We've got a bunch of boards over there, so that's... oh, and something else that I started doing as well at our university, we started doing some research. So, we've definitely got enough people, enough well-educated people. I'll show you what I'm... we're 600, well over six, probably close to 700 people in this this city, which is about half. That's more than enough to keep well-educated people all the places we need it done and dealt with. So what we want to do is continue our research. I don't know that I want to decrease or increase the birth rate at this point. I'm gonna go with the first aid education, and I'm just kept it at a fairly low number. I don't want to jinx myself, if you will, when it comes to getting that that taken care of. So, okay, it's looking like we have maybe another round of bricks getting thrown our way here, and then we should be in the final leg of the construction there, and then as soon as we get, let's see who's on their way here. There's people there already. Oh, the crane's on its way, and interesting that we don't have any resources coming. Well, we can change that by going to our hulls and concrete. The reason that I want to get these done is because we won't be able to, well, not that we won't be able to, but it won't run very efficiently without having water and sewage facilities once we get people working in here. So, yeah. Well, they're making pretty short work of the gravel portion of that. Need a little bit more gravel sent out, but it's all good. There we go. Speaking of which, and I wish I had drawn this from this side down here so that they didn't have to go all the way around, but okay. Got a crane. Oh, no way, yeah. Excavator. But no resources. Yeah, of course. Oh, it is the crane. Okay, and here comes the resources. So cool. And yeah, our cash is still flowing. So awesome. And this must be for the sewage. We just need a little bit of steel. Same scenario there. Okay. Good stuff. And we are getting deliveries back because I just noticed that our steel's been replenished here. So that's good. And we just got into January, and you can see that the imports changed, but now we're getting an export of something else. Probably a couple of different things that got exported, and our net is positive again. Excellent. Getting near the last of the bricks delivered. Some steel. Some more steel. Good stuff. So now it's just work days, and then our brick factory will be in effect. Yeah, that would be amazing. But I honestly don't want people coming into work. We'll have to check to make sure we have the right number of people over in the new city, just to make sure everything's cool there. Coal ore is going down. Oh no. Loyalty. Yeah, it's a thing. All right. I wasn't thinking that we would be well, we don't have coal to produce this with anyway, so I'm going to put this down so we're not wasting people. Yeah, to 0. Yeah, we don't have the drinking water, and we don't have. I'm guessing we've got people on the way now. Yeah, and this one's similar scenario. All the resources and getting some people. Wondering. Where our buddies are. Are we close? Okay. Oh yes, and that's something else that I forgot to undo. I you can see I had planned this, and when I wanted to run out there, I'm like, well, I don't want to build this. I can't build this because it's going to cost too much. So I had put these temporary roads in just so that I could begin building both sections, and then I realized I can't export asphalt while I'm building these roads because it's using all of the asphalt. So we ended up having to continue to use these. But I thought I thought I would try to cancel the upgrade, but all that did was say, hey, there's a whole bunch of mixed waste and construction waste that needs to. It's going to remove the whole road. So, oh, what? No, no. I want to cancel the demolition. Suspend it. Why is it 61%? Oh no. I'm gonna have to rebuild that silly road. After it was one of the ones that was on the map. Ah, that's annoying. And there's none in range, so to speak. So, oh, that's a lot. I was really hoping that I could just cancel the demolition. All I can do is suspend it. Well, I guess what we need to do is to when you're going to demolish something, make sure you really want to demolish it. Mind you, I wasn't completely aware of what was happening there, but let's assign and just live with it. Oh well, it is what it. Yeah. Demolishing road. Yeah. Okay. Brick factories on its way. We should have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call this an episode as well. So anyway, I think we're all caught up. I'll catch up on episodes 47 and 48. There'll be -2 options, I think, as well. So, oh, and something else. If you get a chance, entertaining. Series that called Red Paris Cooperative Revolution. It's a round table that Kaya Maya, Uliki Gaming, and myself are having a lot of fun with, and we'd love it if you come over and check us out. Leave a comment, say hi. Any of those good things is awesome. Would love to see you there. Anyway, have yourself a wonderful day, and here's to hoping that we're producing our own bricks next episode. Anyway, it's a hope, and have yourself a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye now.